wonderful world of AussieVerse is back, ladies and gentlemen, for another Moon Knight episode review. I am OmniBeau with my partner, Mark Grodd Watson. Mark, how you going, dude?
I'm doing very good. How are you, bud?
Oh, mate, it has been a great couple of days. I am pumped and ready for this. Let's get to it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
As usual, please like and subscribe, share the content that we're doing so that we can present more content to you. Anything you'd like us to talk about, anything you'd like us to review, please put down in the comments and we shall listen. Not only that, but as usual, we are proudly presented by Comx. That's right, Comx. Go check out the website right here for all their content. It's Australia's comics community's best friend. Latest Kickstarters are here. Upcoming Kickstarters are here. And that's enough of the plug-in. Let's get down to the Moon Knight loving. All right. What are your thoughts, Mark?
Yeah, this episode was okay.
That doesn't sound too positive.
No. I loved it, obviously. Obviously not. I didn't think it was as good as the first episode. But yeah, definitely going in directions. I'm not sure where at the moment, but obviously they're in Egypt, I guess, now at the end of it, and a bit more insight into his split personality. So,
yep.
Yeah, and then we get to see Ethan Hawke's character a bit more, what his goal is and stuff like that, which is kind of crazy and cool. So, yeah. I'm enjoying it, man, and I love the Mr. Knight suit. So that was probably my favourite scene.
What I find interesting is, well, one thing that I always love about the bad guys is when you can almost agree with them. And I don't know what this says about me, but up until the killing children comments, it was very hard for me to argue his thought process. This bad guy. It looks like your God is behind you there trying to direct you. But when he's turning around, he's being like, to cut off a limb to save the body. It's like, yeah, that makes sense, man. Like, I get it. You've got to crack a few eggs to make the cake,
Yeah.
But one thing that I do want to ask, which I don't think I touched on last time, is Moon Knight's costume. That's never been mummy sort of representation, has it? It was just white. So in this, they've sort of changed that up where it's like, the mummy sort of, which I think is a good little twist, seeing as it's Egyptian. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't mind the twist to it. Obviously, it's a bit different. Yeah, and it does sort of look like a mummy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not as white as you see on paper and stuff like that. And
yeah.
Look, I don't mind it, but hey, different take is a different take.
Yeah.
I still think it looks cool. I love the half moon sort of battering. How it came back and caught it. And yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I would like to see him beat up some thugs rather than these mystical creatures at the moment.
Yeah.
I'd rather see that at the moment too. So
I've got to admit, most of the episode, even though I was enjoying it, I was thinking to myself, where's the Moon Knight stuff? But then obviously with the reveal of Mr. Knight, even though that's very different from the comics, I did enjoy it. I kind of like how they're making this different, how it's almost like a bit sportish, where whatever personality he has and whatever his emotions or thought processes are going with, that's the costume that will be revealed or that he will manifest, which is, again, different from the comics.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Knight's usually Mark Spector, isn't it? Usually as well, anyway. Yeah. But this time it was Stephen being Mr. Knight. So
did you notice? Did you notice the any Easter eggs? Because I've got a few to point out.
No. Well, I'm reasonably new to Moon Knight comics. I've only read the new series, so no. Far away, man.
when he goes to his locker, Mark Spector's locker, storage space, whatever you want to call it. Did you notice there was a QR code on it?
No.
Well, there was. And if you scan that QR code, it actually takes you to an issue of a relevant comic for Moon Knight, which I won't spoil. But yeah, so that's pretty cool for Marvel to kind of do. The other things I noticed, this one isn't an Easter egg, but when he's fighting and you see that bus behind him.
Yeah.
It has the GRC poster on the background, and the GRC is the Global Repatriation Council, which was introduced, I think, in Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is after the snap. That's the agency that was created to put people that came back 5 years later to their homes and their countries and things like that. So it kind of shows you what sort of timeline Moon Knight is shot in. So it's definitely after Infinity War.
Yeah.
Also, you see a case file where he's looking at Mark Spector's case file. And you see that it says 1975, which is a nod to the first debut of Werewolf by Night, number 32. Yeah. And what else we got here? There was, that's right. If we on the as the chase goes down, we see a number on the double-decker bus, and the code says WBN 32.
Okay.
Which is Werewolf by Night number 32, which is Moon Knight's first appearance.
Yeah.
And Werewolf by Night has been rumoured to be in the last episode of Moon Knight.
Because there's rumours he's going to get his own TV show, right?
Yeah, or some sort of like Marvel mystical something or other. And he'll be in a Halloween special or who knows what. There was also, when he's looking at the passport, that birthday, the day and the month is actually what's the actor's name again?
Isaac.
Yeah, it's
Oscar
actually
Isaac. Sorry, yeah.
That's actually Oscar Isaac's real birthday in real life.
Okay.
But the year isn't. The year was 1987, and that is when Moon Knight first joined the West Coast Avengers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, where'd you drag them ones up from?
You got to have your eagle eyes on with these shows. You know that.
Yeah.
What I find
just watching going, Moon Knight.
Yeah. Well, it's fair enough, though, man. If I was watching a show where I didn't, like Swamp Thing or something, I wouldn't be able to pick up any Easter eggs. I also find it interesting that he's married in this.
Yeah. I didn't ever knew he was ever married, was he?
Yeah. But the wife seems to be an amalgamation of Marlene, which was his original love interest, and her father, because Marlene's dad was, I don't know if he was an archaeologist or an Egyptologist or what, but her father was the one that could have all the skills and all that, which she has. So she seems to be a bit of Marlene and her dad, which is interesting.
Yeah, and obviously Koju wants her.
Yeah, so that's another interesting twist.
It's a big one, yeah. So he's doing this so she can't be cursed. So
yeah, which is good because that kind of gives you reason to believe why he has to stay Moon Knight.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I have no idea which track it's going, but I'm excited, to be honest. Once Wednesday comes around, as soon as I get home, it's going straight on.
Yeah. The thing I found really sweet, actually, is even though he's got two personalities here, and one can't remember what the other one thinks and remembers, Stephen Grant's favorite poem is subconsciously his wife's favorite poem. So Mark Spector's memories is sort of bleeding into Stephen Grant somehow, and that's
that's kind of what that's kind of what I thought when I was watching. I'd sort of said out loud, I'm just going, "Oh, his personality is his wife." So, but because they're basically the same person, and she's looking all confused, like, "How do you know this stuff?" Like, because obviously Mark Spector might not have known it, but subconsciously he did. He listened, or Steve Grant subconsciously did and listened. And, yeah, it's an interesting insight. You're right.
Yeah,
the mind. Yeah, wow.
wow, the mind.
Yeah, wow. But yeah.
What did you think of the little bit of action that we got in it? I thought that was pretty cool. Some of the camera scenes that they did, the editing.
Yeah, and the rooftop scene was really cool. So when the jackal, I guess, is chasing him, and
I thought the humor in this was really, really good too. You know, he's like, "Where did I get these from? Hey, this is kind of cool." You know.
Cool.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't want what is it, a murdering Colonel Sanders?
Yeah. Oh, I also did like the. It was a couple of times the interaction where Mark Spector, like, sort of encouraged him. Like, he goes, "We did the good punch." He goes, "That was a good punch you got there." Stuff like that. Like, you can tell that Mark Spector does care about Steve Grant a bit. And, you know, when Mark Spector takes back over the body and then Stephen Grant's in the mirror and he's just sort of talking him into it, he goes, "Don't worry, you'll get used to it." And, he's trying to calm him down where Steve Grant's just sort of losing his shit.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought that was interesting, sort of interaction between the two personalities where, Mark Spector's trying to be nice to him, I guess, in a way.
I think we'll find the third episode, now that they're in Egypt, you'll actually get to see the origin of Moon Knight. How he actually became Moon Knight. So that'll be good. And then hopefully after that's done and half the season's over, because it's only 6 episodes, the last 3 are going to be just kick ass. That's what I'm hoping for anyway.
Yeah. We've got to establish the story. Yeah.
Because no doubt Amit, or whatever his name is, the bad god, I'd put money on Harrow, the bad guy, getting his way, and Amit will actually be physical in the universe. Harrow will win in that regard, and then Moon Knight will have to somehow stop that god.
Yeah, because there's no other way that could become a big problem. I mean, like, Ethan Hawke is what it is. Moon Knight could probably whoop his ass.
Yeah.
So it's got to bring the god out. I find it interesting with the gods because this is stuff that I didn't know. I didn't know that, like, Egyptian gods have all got animal heads. I didn't know that. I mean, like, I've been to the museum in New York and witnessed that. I just didn't clue onto it. So.
Yeah, no, I admit I didn't know that either. I thought it was all like, feline heads and things. I didn't realise it was bird and alligator and, all that sort of jazz. So, yeah, interesting, huh?
100%.
All right. Well, any other thoughts?
No, that was it. Bring on next week. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I can think of at the moment.
Well, everybody, it was a nice, short and sweet video. Please like and subscribe so that we can share the content more. We want to grow this community so that we can actually afford to be able to give things away, get the community up there. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I know you know what I'm trying to say, so that's all that matters. We will be back on Monday for the live chat as normal. We have a brand new format coming Monday that hopefully is a lot more interesting than the live chats we've been having. And if not, let us know. If you like the new format, let us know. If you don't care about the new format, or you don't care about any of it, and you just want to chat, let us know. All right. We will catch you soon, everybody. Mark, say goodbye to the world.
Goodbye to the world. I mean, goodbye, world.
AussieVerse. What is it? For life.